Real quick before this video starts, I'm gonna be giving away both of these time lapses, brand new, just threw them today, and this one I threw a little bit another day, so pretty much brand new. If you want to get one of these time lapses, watch the rest of the video. I'll have some details later in the video, and one of these could be yours. So in my mystery box video that I made recently, I finally got my hands on a time lapse and was able to throw a little bit. It seemed pretty overstable. It seemed like it would fill a certain slot in people's bag. It's not something I think I would throw, but to me, it felt like it was a bit overstable, kind of a wide rim, flew kind of nice, but didn't really get much of a feel for it. I wanted to throw it again in another video, so that's what I'm here doing today. However, in between that video and now, I saw Simon's video where he talks about the new time lapses, and he says that the different plastic colors fly differently. So I found out that red supposedly is one of the more stable colors, so that would explain why it was so stable for me. So I went and got myself this time lapse here. This is the gray top, so it's supposed to be more neutral flying, according to Simon. These are different stamps, but I'm pretty sure they're the same run, so they should sort of be within the same spec, right? But apparently, this gray one should be a bit more neutral. So I'm gonna throw these off on 9 holes that I would throw a 12 speed on here on the blues, the long course at Shadow Pines. I'm gonna play holes 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, and then 18. So you definitely want to stick around for at least till the middle of the video, because on 13 I'm going to have to clear a 400-foot water carry, so really see if I can put those over that. But to start off here, we are starting with kind of a warm-up forehand. It's about 350. You want it to go flat and then finish right, so this is hole 3. I'm going to start with the red time lapse. Again, I've thrown this before, so it has a slight advantage. So this is kind of at a disadvantage, although supposedly this is supposed to be more neutral flying, so I think it'll end up being more at an advantage as I get to learn to throw it more. But we'll see. Gonna start off with the red, the one I know how to throw, and then we'll throw the gray. Okay, if I got a skip, I think it's pretty close. Not bad for no warm-up. I'm gonna throw this one pretty much the same. Obviously not full power because I'm throwing forehand, so we won't really know how neutral flying it is, but might get a feel for it. Oh, I threw it really nose up. All right, I came up like a little over 100 short here. Nose up into that tree right there. I guess I'll throw just the time lapse in every shot but the putts. Make it a true battle. Oh, it's really weird. Oh, looks like we got a chance here for red to take an early lead, so. Oh. All right, hole 4, 370 uphill. Probably plays closer to 390. Kind of want to hang one out right. Get it left, but don't go into the hazard. Oh, it's so low. Got a nice skip though. All right, let's see how this one flies. I'm gonna hang it up. I think I'm gonna try to go a little higher than that one, obviously, and like hang it out flat and see if it flips up or if it just kind of stables out. Nice skip. It's hard to say. It feels like it's a bit more neutral, but it was kind of just stable the whole way. I don't know. All right, looks like both came up a bit short. I guess I'm not really throwing them full power, and they are kind of stable. So they kind of came out a little early here and skipped. Didn't really go as flat as I wanted. Oh, that was not a bad bid. Oh, just a little bit, leaked a little bit left. I love picking up wet putters. Wet, cold putters. Wet, cold, and a little muddy. All right, 2 in and we're still even. We got hole 5 here. 755 par 4. Got to hit this double Mando off the gap here. So I'm gonna try and hit these pretty hard flat. I'm gonna power up a little bit more in that last hole and see how far I can put them out there. I feel like the gray one's gonna be good here. Really, I think I can kind of crank on these pretty flat and it's not gonna turn over on me, so I should hit the gap pretty easy that way. Oh, there we go. I got a little bit of turn out of it. Man, that thing just is so stable. I think it just skipped about 50 feet left after it hit the ground there. I'm gonna throw this one the same, maybe a little bit more flat. I think the last one was a bit of Anheuser. I'm gonna try and throw it a little harder. Okay. I mean, middle of the fairway. They're not really flipping over at all. Like, they do just kind of want to go straight and then dump out. I think I'm throwing a little nose up, so that might not help. But you'd think, you know, it's a 12-5 minus 1-3. You'd think it would kind of get a little bit of turn before it comes back. All right, this literally skipped so far left. The bunker for the last hole was right there. And I am on a spot on the fairway, or off the fairway, that I've never even been near before. So I don't even really know what to throw here. I think I'm gonna try and flex something through this right gap. So kind of get it onto the fairway, turning right, and then finish left. A little bit of a downhill run up. Well, I don't know, that might have been good. It kind of was a little too nose down. Didn't flex out as early as I thought it would, and like skips flat. All right, gray one made it right up to the red tee. I mean, I'm like 2 feet off the front of the red tee, so let's do some math. So according to the tee sign, I only went 325. I think that's a little wrong. It's probably closer to like 350. Definitely more stable than I thought though. So, and just gave it a little nose up. So it should mean we have about 420-ish into the basket. I'm just gonna try and like big turnover with this. I know it's kind of stable, so I'm worried that it's just gonna flex out early, but I'm gonna try and put it on turnover line and get it to turn the whole way there. Plus I can't really do a straight run up with this sign in my way. Man, I don't know if it's the air or something, but they seem to just want to drop. There's no wind, but I throw them flat and they just fall to the ground and don't glide at all. All right, I'm gonna try and give both of these a jump putt. This is probably over 100 feet, so it's more of a layup, but yeah, I don't know. They just, like I threw it on the flex line and for some reason it didn't come out early. Like it actually kind of held, which is nice if I knew that. But then it just kind of dropped. Like they don't want to stay in the air and glide. They kind of just want to like fall towards the ground as they're moving forward. Yeah, that was probably 120 jump putt. All right, I'm leaving you back there. Quick jump putt from the gray. Honestly, this might be like 90, maybe even 100. Oh, just a little short. And another pair of pars. You know, this is a hard hole, even with the discs. It's like almost 800 feet, tunnel shot off the tee. Even with discs in my bag that I'm familiar with, it's a bit tough, but I'm not coming up that short very often. I'm usually just leaking left or right or coming up a little short, but like well over 100 feet. I don't know. Seems like these things are not flying how I want them to. All right, skipping ahead to hole 10 here. If I can't get a nice flip up distance line on this, then I think these might just be too stable for me. I don't know. I mean, it is cold out. I'm cold, so I'm probably not throwing as far, and these are brand new. It's like a first run, you know, so, you know, maybe they haven't figured it out yet. Maybe it's too cold, I don't really know. I feel like I should be able to get some semblance of like a good slight flip up, even if I like throw it flat, not even like a hyzer flip. Just get it to turn over a little bit, get a full flight out of it. I also have enough room here where I should be able to keep it in the air. Hopefully it doesn't drop out of the sky on me. All right, starting with red. See if we can get one here. Okay, I mean, yeah, that one's stable. It went far, almost 400. Probably barely even went 400. It's a little uphill at the end. It really did not, like it didn't glide. Maybe I'll throw one of my destroyers. I'll even throw a halo destroyer just to show you what I'm talking about. They feel like they don't want to glide on me. Okay. That's not bad. That kind of, it was neutral. It didn't really flip over, but it flew flat for a while. All right, just for fun. Here's a super beat up halo destroyer. Still pretty stable, but it will flip up a little bit. Domey too, so it'll move. Yeah, look at how that thing's just gliding out there. Just soaring. I just out threw both of those discs by like 30 feet. I don't know. All right, red one came up a little short. I mean, not that short. We have a win to win. This is honestly a good drive. If I had this in a tournament, I'd be happy. Now, can I throw a time-lapse upshot? That's the question. This is where one might come out on top. I might not birdie both of these, even though they're both very good drives. Oh, wow. Okay. This one went a little further, but kind of off to the right more, so I think I'm a little further from the basket. I'm actually gonna go around this left side just because I'm throwing a 12 speed up shot. And I know it's gonna like skip to the basket pretty much. Oh yeah, now stop, nice. And just for reference, the Destroyer's up there, went about 20 feet further. All right, these are not gimme putts. I'm on like an incline here. It's like a 25 footer. I could miss either one of these. I'll give myself a little flip here. Get a little bit more even footing. Oh my goodness. All right, this one I gotta make. I can't leave it even anymore. One of these has to win. No. All right, I know I told you guys that I was gonna play 9 holes here, but honestly, I feel like I've learned as much as I'm gonna learn about these discs and the time that I've thrown them. I thought I was gonna learn to like them a little more. Unfortunately, just haven't really figured much out about them other than that they're really stable and they don't really want to glide as far as my Destroyers. So probably not gonna be switching to them. I will be doing a giveaway for both of these discs. If you want them, go sign up for my Patreon. You can do $2 a month. You can do it for just 1 month. I'll be giving both away at the end of January. So as long as you're a patron through the month of January, you can get one of these time lapses. I've used them for 2 videos and I'm getting rid of them. So we got approximately 400 feet, slightly downhill. I'm pretty confident in this hole. I haven't missed getting it over the water since these tee pads went in like a year ago. And even before then, I would miss because I would slip in the mud. So this is a hole I'm pretty confident on. With these discs, I have no clue. We're gonna start with red, and then let's hope to make it over, because then I can give them away. Oh, well, I played it safe. I didn't flip it up at all. That's pretty boring. All right, this is the one. We're gonna park it. 420 to the pin. I'm gonna try and park it. Come on, go down. Don't finish too far left. Oh, just short and left. Well, they did clear, no problems. Here, I'll throw just one more comparison, okay? Those are both 12 speeds. This is a 9 speed, a CD2. I'm just gonna flip it up. I guarantee you it's gonna glide further than both of these. Maybe I'm just weak. Inside circle 1. And it was way nose up. I mean, this is pretty terrible. Way short. And if I didn't throw it hyzer, although I don't know how I would have gotten it to stay flat the whole way, it would be in the water. It's probably 50 feet short of clearing it. Another layup. To be fair, the CD2 is over there and it went like 5 feet further. Although it was nose up and like not honestly a great line. It could have gone 50 feet further if I had thrown it properly. But I kind of just threw it quickly and it outdrove both of these, which if that tells you anything, I don't know. Not saying they're a bad disc, they just don't fly far for me. Yeah. Ooh. All right, I think the sun is really not supposed to set for another like 15, 20 minutes, but we're really running out of daylight here. All right, we got another approximately 415 carry over some OB. It's kind of water swampy off to the right, but if you finish left, you're not really worried about it. It's just kind of a ditch, but a little bit downhill. Probably got to throw around 400 to really clear it. Should be pretty easy, pretty routine. Last chance for either of these discs to impress me. I will make one admission. I have been working on some significant form changes, so I'm sure I was reverting to my old form or doing some weird things in this video and like not quite throwing that well. That's why I was throwing a bit soft in the beginning, because I was trying to throw with good form and I wasn't really throwing it hard. So kind of an intermediate step right now. So I'll give it that a little bit, but even with throwing these as opposed to my normal discs, I can feel they just don't really go the way I want them to. Maybe you got to throw like 70 plus miles an hour like Simon to really get them to fly well. I'm hoping they can make a run that flies a little better. Maybe some lighter weight ones will be better, but I prefer max weight, and I also prefer the rims of Destroyers, which even though they're the same speed, just feel a little bit smaller. All right, I'm gonna try my best to throw both of these with good form. I said I'm working on it, okay? So don't judge me. Again, red one. Hey, we're even with both of these discs. This is the 5th hole. We have not gotten a birdie or a bogey on any hole. That's not even gonna make it. I mean, I threw it a little low, but it just didn't go. Wow, I'll have to get that out of the ditch. I guess I'll try to give this one more height. I expect them to glide more and they don't. Man, it doesn't flip. I'm throwing it pretty hard. All right, we'll call it even. It's dark. I gotta get that out of a ditch. I'm sorry, I just don't like these discs. I think I am just a little tired here. Probably not throwing that far. But yeah, I'm gonna give them away. Subscribe to my Patreon, help me out. Send a couple bucks my way and you might get a free disc. See you later, peace.